The great conflict of the ages is about to intensify. But remember the words of Jesus. In me ye might have peace. In the world ye shall have tribulation. But be of good cheer. I have overcome the world. Would you like to know how to exercise courage and fight the good fight of faith? Listen to this devotional.
Conflicting Courage, a daily devotional by Ellen G. White. From a child. From a child thou hast known the Holy Scriptures, which are able to make thee wise unto salvation, through faith which is in Christ Jesus. 2 Timothy 3, verse 15. We see the advantage that Timothy had in a correct example of piety and true godliness. Religion was the atmosphere of his home. The manifest spiritual power of the piety in the home kept him pure in speech and free from all corrupting sentiments. God had commanded the Hebrews to teach their children His requirements and to make them acquainted with all His dealings with their fathers. This was one of the special duties of every parent, one that was not to be delegated to another. In the place of stranger lips, the loving hearts of the father and mother were to give instruction to their children. Thoughts of God were to be associated with all the events of daily life. The mighty works of God in the deliverance of His people and the promises of the Redeemer to come were to be often recounted in the homes of Israel. The great truths of God's providence and of the future life were impressed on the young mind. It was trained to see God alike in the scenes of nature and the words of revelation. The stars of heaven, the trees and flowers of the field, the lofty mountains, the rippling brooks, all spoke of the Creator. The solemn service of sacrifice and worship at the sanctuary and the utterance of the prophets were a revelation of God. Such was the training of Moses in the lowly cabin home in Goshen, of Samuel by the faithful Hannah, of David in the hill dwelling at Bethlehem, of Daniel before the scenes of the captivity separated him from the home of his fathers. Such, too, was the early life of Christ at Nazareth. Such the training by which the child Timothy learned from the lips of his grandmother Lois and his mother Eunice the truth of Holy Writ. Parents, there is a great work for you to do for Jesus. Satan seeks to bind the children to himself as with bands of steel, and you can attain success in bringing them to Jesus only through determined personal effort.
Look upon Jesus, sinless is He. Father, impute His life unto me. My life of scarlet, my sin and woe, cover with His love, whiter than snow. Cover with His love, whiter than snow. Fullness of His love, then shall I know. My life of scarlet, my sin and woe, cover with His love, whiter than snow. Deep are the wounds transgression has made, red are the stains, my soul is afraid. Oh, to be covered, Jesus, with Thee, safe from the law that now judgeth me. Jesus holds out a robe white as snow. Lord, I accept it, leaving my own. Gladly I wear thy pure life alone. Cover with his love, whiter than snow, fullness of his love, then shall I know my life of scarlet, my sin and woe. Cover with his love, whiter than snow. Reconciled by his death for my sin, justified by his life pure and clean, sanctified by